for the third year running, right? So they became the third largest source market in 2017, and then 2018 and 2019 for the third year running. India is the third largest source market for Singapore. India is also the #1 cruise source market for Singapore. So a lot of Indian travelers come to Singapore for cruising, and we are very happy that Indian travelers continue to come to Singapore and enjoying the cruise holiday products, the various cruise ships that are sailing out of the Singapore shores, including Genting Dream, Royal Caribbean, Costa, and other cruise ships, continues to attract the Indian travelers to come and cruise out of Singapore. And that also means that they are also cruising, and after cruising, either it's pre or post, they are enjoying holidays in Singapore, and that's very important for the tourism product that we have to offer. In terms of incentive travel, they are also a very important source market. So that's my opening remarks. That means India is still the third largest source market. For the 5th year in a row, they have crossed Indian travelers have come to Singapore more than 1 million visitors. The second point is that the travel trade engagement that we are kickstarting here is to introduce some of the new products that we have to offer to the Indian travelers. So later my area director, Sitting, she will take you through some of the newer attractions that we have and some of the refreshed products that we are offering to the Indian travelers. And through that, we are hoping to engage the Indian consumers and let them know Singapore product keeps on changing. Every 2-3 years, the changes in the Singapore tourism offerings is new. So we would like to share with the Indian audiences through the travel trade what are some of the new product that's happening in Singapore. So that is one important reason for this trade engagement.
As you can see from the slide on the screen, besides the attractions that we have on the island, some of it I'm sure will be familiar to you. Things like Madame Tussauds, which Shrita mentioned earlier. We have Skyline Luge, which is also very popular, and Wings of Time, a night show which is extremely popular with our Indian tourists. We have also a lineup of events around the year. I think Shrita touched on that. Singapore has a series of events running throughout the year. We just concluded our 13th edition of Siloso Beach Party. It is a dusk to dawn party, so it starts at 6 p.m. and ends at 6 a.m. in the morning. It is the only beach countdown party in Singapore. So it's been very popular over the past decade or so. So if you have the opportunity, I would encourage you to go and spend your New Year's Eve in Singapore. You can dance all the way from the evening to the next morning. And we received 19 million visitors in Sentosa. This is both locals and tourists. And I must add that the Indian tourist is our biggest source market for Sentosa. So out of the 19 million, a good component of them are tourists. The Indian tourist is our biggest, contributes the biggest number to Sentosa. We believe this has also been corroborated by the awards that we have won, which are awards that have been given out by our voted on by our travel partners. We have won the Trip Sailor Award 3 years in a row, the Travel Weekly Choice Destination Award 2 years in a row, and for people who golf here, we have just been awarded the world's best golf club. So Sentosa Golf Club, which is on Sentosa Island, has been awarded the world's best golf club. But I will now show
the area director for India and South Asia, and she is based in Mumbai with me, and she covers South India market, and so she's a key person for Southern India, which includes the 9 cities that are directly connected to Singapore. So I'm very happy now to open the floor for some questions. I know we are standing in between lunch for you. Any questions, please ask, and then we will try and take some of these questions that you have.
We've always been trying to kind of promote in India. Singapore is one of those countries where we actually welcome a lot of Indians to Singapore for the cruise sailing. So cruise remains number 1 for us from India in terms of cruise passengers. So I think from us, what we're trying to do actively out here, doing all this trade roadshows, doing all these product update, destination update, is for the purpose of raising the awareness of the cruise products. So we have 4 ships home ported in Singapore. We have Genting, we have RCI, we have Costa, we also have Princess cruise ships. So and these are the more popular ones that Indians are usually taking when they fly to Singapore and then they take the cruise out, and which they can then go to all the neighboring countries around Malaysia, Thailand as well. So I think pertaining to your question in terms of how cruise, it is an important aspect for us, right? And I think for us the key priority is to get people on board and people to be interested in going for cruise holidays. So I think for STB, how we're supporting this is we have a scheme called Cruise Development Fund, which I would love for some of the media friends to also help us promote, in your news article, to say that, STB is aggressively going out there to get cruise agents or agents selling cruise products. We are supporting them through marketing dollars.
இந்தியா ஒரு மிக மிக முக்கியமான சந்தை. சீனா முதல் இடத்திலும், இந்தோனேஷியா 2ஆம் இடத்திலும், இந்தியா 3ஆம் இடத்திலும் இருக்கிறது. சிங்கப்பூருக்கு வரக்கூடிய பயணிகளின் எண்ணிக்கையின் படி 2015ஆம் ஆண்டில் முதல் முறையாக 1 மில்லியன் பயணிகளுக்கு மேல் சிங்கப்பூருக்கு வந்திருந்தார்கள். 2019ஆம் ஆண்டு 5வது ஆண்டாக இந்தியாவிலிருந்து வரக்கூடிய பயணிகளின் எண்ணிக்கை 1 மில்லியனுக்கு மேல் இருக்கிறது. ஆக தொடர்ந்து சிங்கப்பூர் பயணத்துறை வாரியமும் சிங்கப்பூர் பயணத்துறை முகவர்களும் இந்தியாவிற்கு வந்து இங்கு உள்ள பயணிகளை சிங்கப்பூருக்கு நாங்கள் வருக வருக என்று வரவேற்கிறோம். தமிழ்நாட்டை பொறுத்தவரையில் சென்னை, கோயம்புத்தூர், மதுரை, திருச்சி என்ற 4 இடங்களில் இருந்து சிங்கப்பூருக்கு நேரடி விமான சேவையில் சிங்கப்பூருக்கு வர முடியும். தமிழ்நாடு ஒரு முக்கியமான பயணிகளை கொடுக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு நாடு. ஆக இந்த தமிழ்நாட்டிலிருந்து வரக்கூடிய பயணிகளை வருக வருக என்று வரவேற்கிறோம். தென்னிந்தியாவை பொறுத்தவரையில் 9 நகரங்கள், ஹைதராபாத், பெங்களூர் உட்பட 9 நகரங்களில் இருந்து சிங்கப்பூருக்கு நேரடி விமான சேவை இருக்கிறது. ஆக எங்களுடைய அன்பு வேண்டுகோள், அன்பு என்ன சொல்வது, அறைகூவல், சிங்கப்பூருக்கு வருக 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 வருக. மிக்க நன்றி.